Florida homeowners, it's not a question of if, but when the next hurricane will come. No matter what Florida weather has in store, Storm Smart has products that protect every opening of your home while improving the look, feel, and function. From durable aluminum shutters, high-impact windows and doors, to our innovative storm catcher screens. Products that enhance the beauty of your home and keep your family safe. Because smart is complete hurricane protection, and smart is peace of mind. Call Storm Smart today for your free in-home consultation.
When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Denis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home. And Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Denis Phillips Live on a Tuesday night. We have a special guest in the house from Zoo Tampa, Sandra Morrison. And who are your friends, Sandra?
I just brought a hippo from Zoo Tampa. It's just little plushies and little, trinkets from Zoo Tampa for Christmas in the wild.
And the hippo is nameless at this point.
We can name it while we're here.
That's what I was going to say.
Or someone can comment and name the hippo.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So guys, feel free to name the hippo. We are going to get into. So we've got some weather to talk about, and we're starting to get travel plans. Now, you have family up north?
Yes, family up north in New Jersey.
So are you going to be staying down here?
I'm going to be here, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom is here, my husband, my mother-in-law. So we'll be here, but I do have family in New Jersey, Saddlebrook, New Jersey.
And they are going to be freezing because there's a lot of cold weather. So we're starting to get a lot of questions about the cold weather and the snow. I don't know, so I'm a Floridian now. I've lived here over 30 years. But there is something about snow at Christmas time, I think, that just, I like it. I do. And I don't know, what do you think?
It's the nostalgic feeling. Because, growing up north from New York, it's just something that you simulate with Christmas and snow. So that's, I guess, the missing factor for us living now here in Florida and in warmer places.
And I think if I could maybe go up for a day or two, that would be awesome. But once you live it and you're shoveling the snow and you're de-icing the car and you're having to dress for all of it at that point. Now, I have 6 kids and they've all grown up in Florida. So my daughter lives in Denver now and she's still loving the cold weather, but it's only been a year. And I'm thinking, I wonder if eventually she's gonna, well, my hope is she's eventually gonna miss the being the Florida girl and coming back. But around the holidays, we don't necessarily get a lot of cold weather, so we sometimes have functions. We've talked about the Winter Village over at Curtis Hickson Park, and Zoo Tampa has
Christmas
a really
in the
fun
Wild,
event
yes.
too. So tell us a little bit about that.
So Christmas in the Wild already kicked off. It's 17 select nights. The last day is December 30th. And it's something for families in the Tampa Bay area and around to just enjoy. We have food, wildlife connections, just different things to do, entertainment. So there's something for everybody to do and enjoy at Christmas in the Wild. And
how do folks take part? Because here's by the way, here's what we're looking at right now. So this is just video from what, last year? Or?
Last year, yes. So there's dancing. We have like different areas of dancing. We have entertainment. Of course, Santa. We can't have Christmas in the Wild without Santa. Mrs. Claus will be creating her holiday cookies, elves. And so families can go and just enjoy. If you want to find out more information, the best way to find out all the information is to go to our website, to www.zootampa.org.
Okay, so we're looking at, obviously, everything's decked out. It looks like a blast. There's a lot of functions, and this is something, now, I'm old school. I still call Amalie the Ice Palace, and it's not Amalie, it's Benchmark. By the way, the Bolts are up 2-0. The Bolts are actually on our broadcast channel as well right now. But I still call Lowry Park because, you know, and now how long ago did it switch to Zoo Tampa?
I think the zoo it changed to Zoo Tampa in 2018. But it's okay though, because I mean, as long as everybody, I understand that people, you know, have that connection, but it's still Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. You know, we're not going to ever get rid of that. But you know, it's something. The name change was because we wanted to have Tampa in our name, and to have that, you know, that connection to the city, and we are part of the city, so that's why they decided to change. I wasn't around at the zoo at that time, but so what I've heard.
Yeah, well, and again, like I said, the Ice Palace hasn't been called the Ice Palace for probably 25 years, and it's just, you know, when you've been in for a long time, you just do it. Now, I've had an opportunity to go to Zoo Tampa, even though Lowry Park would call it, and it is such a hidden gem. You know, because, you know, you think about areas around here, you've got Busch Gardens and you've got obviously the Orlando parks and whatnot. And there's some really wonderful things about Zoo Tampa as well. And it's so reasonably priced for the folks, for families and anybody who wants to go visit.
We have so much. I mean, you know, in the last 5 years, the zoo has grown so much. We have so many more animals, different areas, and the conservation. I mean, the experience of the guests coming to visit the zoo, the animals, but the conservation factor. You know, we have the manatee, the David A. Strad Manatee Critical Care Center. So we're doing important and life-changing things for the species to continue and to be around for future generations. So there's so much to do, and the zoo has evolved, and it has so much more to evolve.
And Lisa's saying it's beautiful when it's all lit up as it is right now, which is, so how long does that take to do?
Oh my goodness, our teams start preparing, they actually start preparing in the summertime, and because they have to go into Creatures of the Night, which is our annual Halloween event, and then transition gradually into Christmas of the Wild. But it's a lot of late nights. All our teams, our maintenance team, all of our event productions teams does just a phenomenal job to get everything, you know, beautiful, lit up for the Tampa Bay area.
And there's not a lot of time to do it. I mean, I'm a big Christmas light decorating guy, kind of like Clark Griswold. And, you know, we've started doing the Halloween stuff. So literally, you've got all this stuff for Halloween, and then November 1, boom, that starts coming down, and you start putting the stuff up. So when did this actually start? Because it's already going on now, right?
Yes. So it started November 28th, and it's going on now as we speak. I mean, this week it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the following week, it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then the week after Christmas. So it's going on. I mean, it's going on now, and families can come out and experience Christmas in the wild for themselves. Now,
so do you have to get tickets at a different, is it like a different admission charge for getting into the zoo, or how does that work?
So the tickets are $34.95 or after 4 p.m. Now, if somebody wants to come out to the zoo, like let's say they wanted to come out to the zoo at noon, they can stay for Christmas in the Wild. We're not going to kick them out. So, but it is a separate ticket. They just want to come out to Christmas in the Wild from 4 to 10 p.m.
Okay. And food, drinks?
Oh my goodness. Our chef, Adrian, is amazing. So he creates these wonderful creations for food and for drinks. So there's just something for everybody. One of the favorite dishes that a lot of people like is the poutine. And then there's a roast beef sandwich. So there's a lot for everybody. Of course, all the goodies, the gingerbread cookies, and all that stuff.
So in the nighttime, are most of the zoo exhibits open for the people to see the animals?
So the animals, believe it or not, they're really active during the night. And then the colder weather, also for some of the animals, they're more active. So guests will be able to see some of the animals. There's also wildlife connections. We have signature encounters, our greater one-horned rhino signature encounter, and our African penguin signature encounter. So remember, I mean, we are the zoo, so there's wildlife connections and wildlife connected to Christmas in the Wild.
That's amazing. So it continues after Christmas, so the kids, you know, because the kids are in school and it's a lot tougher to bring them other than the weekends. So you've expanded it this year after Christmas, and I'm guessing that's because folks are like, look, we want to get the kids in there, and it gives them more time for everybody to come visit.
Yeah, so December 26th to December 30th, right after Christmas, they can come out. A lot of folks have family and friends from out of town, so it's a good opportunity to bring folks out to Christmas in the Wild to Zoo Tampa.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do a little bit of weather, And I'm going to jump in and give a couple of forecasts, answer some questions. And if you want to hang around for a few more minutes,
Sure,
you're more than welcome to. Okay, awesome. Glad. And by the way, love the.
I came all festive
I was going to
just
say,
for the show and for you.
Yeah, you should be you should model the
Love the sweatshirts.
yeah,
Everybody,
the sweatshirt
this is also on sale.
and the leggings too. I mean, you are ready. I mean, so,
and my friends.
If only we could get a little bit of colder weather. Now, are you a fan of the cold weather?
I like it to a certain degree, but you know, once it starts getting, I always get cold. I mean, I'm the one that always has like a sweater wherever you go. So,
Yep.
but I do like the change, but I've never really liked the cold weather.
So now you're a Florida girl.
I am. My blood thins out, and so.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. It definitely does. Well, that cold weather is definitely something we're going to continue to track. Here, we're going to take a look at some of the radar right now. And so Anna Maria is saying that she lived in Bridgewater. No, Patty grew up in Bridgewater, New Jersey. And lots of hellos, lots of suggestions on naming the hippo. Henrietta is one. And now, is it a boy or a girl? Do we
I don't know.
Like, I'm not sure. And Dennis, you feel happy to go ahead, or feel free to check. By the way, Bolts are now up 3-0 over the Canadians. So yeah, Harrietta. Scott goes with Harrietta as well. And Maria says hippie hippo. That's definitely thinking back to more of the 60s time. So we would want to talk a little bit about what's happening with radar. So I'm driving home last night after the football game, and I ran into a little bit of rain. It was around midnight, 1 o'clock, a little bit of drizzle out there, but now pretty much all the showers that are out there, and there aren't many, a couple of sprinkles down across our southern counties. And you can kind of see temperatures mid to upper 60s right now. So mid 50s though, Crystal River. We all know there's a Bucks game. Are you a Bucks fan?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a Bucks game on. You're going to say no, I guess. But we had a Bucks game on Thursday against the Falcons. That Thursday night game, and usually about an 8:20 kickoff. So we are going to get another front that's coming through. But the way I see it, I think it'll be a dry front, so it'll be great football weather on Sunday. We'll touch on, or rather on Thursday. We'll touch on that in just a second. 59 right now in Brooksville. 67. 67. Do you have a you know what? I don't know about you, but every single time now when I'm dreading seeing the current temperature of 67 because, of course, anyone who has kids who are in middle school or elementary school, you say 67, and it's become a thing. And I hope that it does not become a thing much longer because I'm so over every time I say 67, be like, oh, Dennis, 67. And my daughter texts me every single time I say it on TV. And yes, Matthew DeMarco just said the same thing. Dennis, 67, 67. Anyway, 65. In fact, I'm just not even going to give the temperature anymore when it's that. I'm just going to bypass that particular spot. This morning, oh, by the way, Bartow, get your act together. Your sensor is broken. So 14 degrees was not the morning low in Bartow. So got to get that fixed ASAP. 48 this morning in Zephyr Hills, 54 in Tampa, 57 in St. Pete, 56 both in Avon Park and in Sebring. Afternoon highs today was nice. We hit the upper 60s to lower 70s, not too terribly warm, a few degrees below average. But we did see more clouds than sun south of I-4. And Sandy says happy hippo. That's a thing. I've heard of that before, I think. Isn't happy hippo a thing? North of I-4 skies have been clear. So David's asking, are there any new animals at the zoo?
Well, actually, as a matter of fact, we have a new baby Angolan colobus monkey that was born on this weekend.
Oh, wow.
So she is, or he or she, because we don't know the gender yet, but she or he is out with the mom. So that's a new baby. New baby, we get manatees all the time. So we rescued 2. So 2 new manatees that that obviously we had. Some had either cold stress or boat strike, but those are the new animals that we've gotten in.
Now, when you rescue a manatee, are there ever times where that manatee goes back into the wild, or do they?
Always.
Oh, really?
The goal is always to, when they come into our critical care centers, to take care of them, get them better, and then with the goal of returning them back to Florida waters.
Awesome.
That's always the goal.
So I'm guessing there's times where they might be injured so bad that it wouldn't be safe for them to go back out into the wild.
I mean, there's actually one Caillou who he's not able to be released, so he's Zoo Tampa is his permanent home.
Right.
So there are circumstances like that, but for the most part, it's to get them better and to return them back.
Awesome. All right. Well, again, like I said, mostly cloudy right now in Tampa. The winds are light. There's a look at Ray J donning USF Bull colors. I suspect on Thursday we will be seeing Bucks colors there as the Bucks again taking on the Falcons. The high today, 5 degrees below average at 70. This morning we dropped down to 54. Normals are 75 and 57. So there's the satellite and the radar, and you can kind of see the clouds I was talking about, even if you sprinkles south of I-4, even going on right now from Wauchula down to Sebring. But overall, just kind of a dismal afternoon, kind of a raw day. When you see highs in the 60s and clouds, that's a little unusual for us. Typically this time of the year, we see more sunshine even on those chilly days. And Vivian's saying we need more Snuggle Alerts in San Diego. Vivian, are you in San Diego right now? If you are, thanks for watching. San Diego has quite the zoo too. When I lived in LA, I mean, that was one of the most popular ones around. So there's a look at Futurecast. Still in the overnight to tomorrow morning. I cannot write off the chance of an isolated sprinkle or a drizzle, area of drizzle down south. But otherwise, you'll wake up to more sunshine and temperatures right back. You are from San Diego. Well, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. And then Thursday morning, 8 o'clock, you see a few showers. That is a front. All right, it's a weak front. It's not going to give us anything like the last one where we had all that rain over the weekend. Did you get rain where you live?
Oh yeah, I live in New Tampa, so yeah, we got a lot of rain, but we needed the rain, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were. Although I was sitting at Universal, my daughter had a performance at Universal on Sunday, so I was standing out and pouring down rain. And it was kind of funny because, if you're at the park and it's raining, so all the girls did in their group, they went on the Dudley Do-Right ride, which is just a giant water ride. They went on Jurassic Park, which is a water ride, and they just kept riding it over and over again because they were soaking wet anyway. Yeah. So it's like, why not? We're just going to go ahead and keep doing it. So of course, the parents are sitting out there for hours waiting for them to ride over and over because as parents, that's what we do. That's what we do. And you said you have a daughter at FSU right now, right?
No, she graduated. Yeah, she lives up in Tallahassee, but she's a 2-time FSU grad.
And now working up north in Tallahassee.
Yep.
Awesome. So there's a look at Futurecast. Again, Thursday for the game, I think we clear out beautifully, and we're going to start maybe in the upper 60s at kickoff. And I think by the second half will be in the low to mid 60s, maybe even some upper 50s. So, Jacob, how you doing? Good to see you today in Brandon. We have Fairfield, Ohio here. Linda, nice to see you. And yeah, I think it's going to be great football weather. And the Bucks need a win. I mean, it has been a rough stretch for the team. And I'm hearing Mike Evans. There's a chance Mike Evans is back. They're getting healthier at the right time. So hopefully that will translate to a win because they really do need it. There's tomorrow morning. Pinellas County, low to mid 50s. Hillsborough County, low to mid 50s. And then once you go Pasco County north, you're talking mid to upper 40s. The models are notorious for under predicting the cold air for areas like Crystal River and Brooksville. I'm more inclined to go about 41, 42 in those spots. Eastern Pasco, Eastern Hernando, Dade City, Wesley Chapel, San Antonio in the upper 40s, and pretty close to New Tampa too, probably about 49 or 50 degrees. And yep, Adam, we got that score already, 3-0 after 1. The Bolts over the Habitants, so that is a good start for them. David's asking, can people volunteer at the zoo?
Yes, we have actually a lot of volunteers, and the volunteers help us a lot with education and just, letting guests know about the different species. So yes, we have a really great volunteer program. And if they were interested, they can go on our website under, they go to www.zootampa.org and then go under careers, and you'll find information about volunteer opportunities.
Awesome. That's good to know. And I'm sure, I would think, well, is there an age limit? I'm guessing no.
We have, we have volunteers that range from ages anywhere from probably 16 and higher.
Awesome.
So.
Well, I would think for folks who are wanting to go into college and maybe study veterinary medicine or anything of the sort, and just
we have great internship programs too.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, David. That's a great question. So let's jump back in, finish up the forecast, and then we'll get into some model data in a little bit. But Veronica Newport Ritchie, how you doing? Please tell me the weather is going to stick around for a bit. I believe it will, Veronica. I really do. I think we're going to see this. A little bit of a warm up by the weekend, and then another front comes in early next week. But we are not going to see the rain. And there it is. There's what I was talking about. So the next couple of days, highs about where we were today, upper 60s to low 70s. The front comes in Thursday morning. It should be dry. We're back in the lower 70s on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we're back in the upper 70s. It's going to be kind of reminiscent of what we had this last weekend, minus the rain. Because once that front comes in Sunday night, Monday morning, we drop right back down into the upper 60s for highs. And then next week, we start to warm up again without any rain expected in the forecast. And there it is for family and friends up north. There you go. Cold, and we're talking bitter cold weather from Maine through New England, down to Jersey, Pennsylvania, even down into the Carolinas. But if you look at us, and by the way, this is something you may or may not know. Typically, when it's very cold on the East Coast, it's warm on the West Coast, and vice versa. So when we're so warm, this is making some folks a little more concerned about snow because they have ski plans out west over the Christmas break. And that is a thing. They have not had a ton of snow out west yet, but I will show you some models coming up in a little bit that are going to be a little more optimistic for snow over the next couple of weeks as we head into Christmas. So there's your forecast tonight. Clear to partly cloudy. Temperatures dropping down into the 50s tomorrow at the beach. Do you go to the beach when it's in the 60s?
No.
Me either. No, sorry. It'll be sunny. Most folks at the beach are probably from Wisconsin or Minnesota or Michigan, or, you know, because, yeah, that's kind of chilly. But it is going to be sunny. All right, there's a look at the 7-day. Tomorrow, sunny skies, highs around 70. Thursday, Friday, same thing, maybe lower 70s. We do warm up pretty quickly by the weekend, upper 70s to near 80 degrees. And again, back into the upper 60s on Monday. And then I don't see, and unfortunately, the one thing that I don't see as we take a look at kind of the models here is much of a chance of rain. I'm going to just go ahead and take this quickly, take this full, and for the folks who are watching on streaming. So here's a look at the GFS, all right? And I'm showing you the whole national picture. This is Wednesday. Look at that snow across the Great Lakes, and that's heading up toward the northeast. So that's Wednesday, that's Thursday. So for the folks who don't know, and I don't know if you're a weather junkie or not, maybe not, the blue line right there, that blue line you see there is the freezing line. That's the 540 line. And that 540 line is making it all the way down to South Carolina, but nowhere near Florida. So that means the cold air stays off to our north. So this is Friday. This is Saturday. High pressure all right on top of us. There's Sunday. There's Monday. That front comes through Sunday into Monday. And there's just very little chance. I mean, there's really no rain with the GFS at all. But look at the northeast. Then you get an area, and that's going to be interesting because as you get closer to, that's December 20, what is that? That's the 20th. So on the 20th, you got a big storm brewing across the northeast. So there could be some interesting snow for folks up in New England, but not for us. And out west, there is some snow beginning to pop around the week of Christmas. So that could be very good. And there's another storm developing out there. So, and then the GFS is going crazy with snow and ice and storms right on Christmas Day. But much like hurricane season, the long-range forecast just should be ignored because it's never, ever right. Here's the Euro. The Euro also brings snow into Jersey. It looks like on Wednesday night or Thursday, a little bit of light snow. It's called an Alberta Clipper. And the reason it's called an Alberta Clipper is because Alberta Clippers are fast-moving ships, and these are fast-moving storm systems. So that's kind of how they got their name. 540 line goes down to South Carolina. The Euro and the GFS are pretty much identical. And then we look at next week, still dry, maybe, probably not. Okay, and then the Euro does swing a front through on the 24th. That is Christmas Eve. So the Euro actually does try to bring a front in and maybe some colder air back behind it on the 24th. So here's what we're going to do. You know, starting tomorrow, I'm going to talk a little bit more about travel conditions, and I'll be answering your questions. But we also have the folks tomorrow. I think we have the folks from Oyster Fest. It's either tomorrow or Thursday. I always get confused. And have you ever done Oyster Fest? It's a really fun event. It's in early January. It's also a fundraiser. And it's all you can eat oysters, steamed and raw and every other kind of oyster. Any way you can cook it. That's a good time. And it's also, again, coming up in January. And we're going to be, I think I've got several, we're also going to be talking on Friday, we're going to be talking with the folks from Mosey about some meteor showers. So we were talking about this earlier. When it's hurricane season, there's never time that I have to worry about filling time because we'll sit here and look at models and talk about hurricanes. But when it's not hurricane season and we're in Florida, we like to expand our coverage a little bit, which is why we have an opportunity to talk to the great folks at Zoo Tampa. So again, a lot of folks in here. So David's asking, how old is the zoo? How long has the zoo been around?
The zoo's been around, I believe, since the 1920s. We have it on our website under like the history line, but it was owned by the city at one point. So I think if you go under about.
Yep. And then history. There
Yep.
you go. And by the way, I'm on the website too. So this is the website, zootampa.org, right? Mm-hmm. Zootampa.org. It's how you can get more information on volunteering. It's how you can get more information on
Christmas in the Wild.
Christmas in the Wild. And there was an event that I used to go to. It was called Zoofari. Now it's
Zoo Brew. It has to be Zoo Brews, yeah.
They have all these caterers that come out and all this great food, and you walk around and you get to. It's a great time. And I'll say this again. You know, there's so many things to do in our area. I mean, Florida, there's a lot of things to do. And I think sometimes, you know, people forget how amazing things are within our community. And the zoo is one of them. It's a great zoo, and it's so reasonably priced for families.
It's a cultural gem within the Tampa Bay area, and we're, you know, Zoo Tampa is proud to be part of the Tampa Bay community.
Looks like 1930 is when
almost.
it opened. So there we go. 1930, the zoo opened, and it moved to Lowry Park in 1957. Mm-hmm. So, David, those are some very good questions. So, thank you very much. So, is there anything else that you wanted to cover that we haven't covered? I think we covered a good bit of it.
Next year, we'll be opening our Strass Family Manatee Rescue. So, you know, if you've been to the zoo, have you ever gone through the Manatee Tunnel, the old manatee? So that is just being renovated, revamped, and now it's going to be the Strass Family Manatee Rescue. It's going to be an immersive experience. You'll really get to see hands-on how they take care of the manatees. We're going to have otters. So it's just going to be an amazing new experience, and that's coming spring of 2026.
And for folks who want to become members of the zoo, I'm assuming there's family memberships as well?
There's four different categories of memberships. There's quad, there's the double, quad, trio, and quad, the family one. So there's different, you know, opportunities. If you want to have a bigger family, have probably the family one is the best, but we have different memberships. Okay, and again, for the folks, and we get people who are tuning in constantly, so they come in and they go, you are here because of the, and I'll show the video one more time because that is pretty cool. So again, tell the folks what they're looking at right here. So right now you're looking at the different activities at Zoo Tampa. It's our carousel, our Christmas house, our tree. Santa, of course, is there. So North Pole Lane. You'll get to see Mrs. Claus creating her cookies, and Rudolph's cousin, is there. We have our ice tunnel. We have just different things. You have dancing and just different opportunities and different things for all families of all ages to experience. And that's going on almost through the end of the year. Yep, December 30th is the last day for Christmas in the Wild. Well, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. And I'm sure a lot of folks who are watching will see y'all at the zoo. And again, memberships, all the information that you need is right there on zootampa.org, right? Correct. Okay. Well, thanks for coming by. Actually, you know what? We've only got 30 seconds left in streaming. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night as well because I'm back tomorrow. We kind of give you the forecast. The Bucks game. You're not going to the Bucks game on Thursday, are you? No. I'm not. I'm going to be right here. The traffic. I'll be watching it on TV. Yes, you and me both. So the forecast looking good. Lots of sunshine with temperatures for highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. The front comes in this weekend. Doubt we see any rain out of it. And we warm back up to nearly 80 degrees over Saturday and Sunday. So thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you again for stopping by. Have a great night. Tomorrow night we'll be back. I'm live next Monday at Thunder Alley for DPL as well as the news. So we'll see you then. You have a great night. We'll see you on our next edition of Denis Phillips Live.